Good morning students, welcome back to your science online class. Now I was discussing about liver, and what we have seen that a liver is having three different parts. One is lobe, one is fulcrum, and another one is effort. Now see, in the last video what we have seen that if we consider this as a load, then suppose it is a big boulder, what you have to remove from one place to the other. Now a boy standing here thinking that how to move it from one place to the other. So he is taking help of something which it is a type of easy machine which is used to make the difficult work in a easier way. Now how come he has done that? He has taken one rod and here it is the load, and there is a small stone which he has kept as a support, and so we are naming it as a fulcrum. Fulcrum means the place which is fixed, and see it is written over here. The small stone supports the rod. The point which the rod touches the stone is fixed, does not move. It is called fulcrum. So it is the point where that stone is touching the rod, it is free. It is a fixed one, and the rod can be moved in any direction, keeping in support with the stone. And here the boy will put his pressure with his hand, isn't it? With his two hands, he will put pressure. So this is the part of effort. So load, fulcrum, effort. So these three different parts are there in case of a lever. Now turn to the next page, you can understand. Page 82. The arrangement of the rod free to move around a fixed point is called a lever. So this arrangement is called a lever. So when a rod free to move around a fixed point, when we are putting a fixed point and we are placing a rod with a balance, the rod can move 360 degree if it want, isn't it? So this particular system is called a lever. When there is a fixed point where the rod will meet and the rod is free to move on the particular point because there is no obstruction, isn't it? This is called lever. Now lever are grouped into three different types depending on the position of load, fulcrum and effort. Now this is what you have to understand before going to the different types of lever. Now we have already seen that lever is having three different parts, isn't it? One is load, one is fulcrum, that is F, and another one is effort, that is E. Now what here it is telling that lever can be categorized into three different parts depending on the position. The stone and the boulder, what we have seen, that boulder is at one side, fulcrum is at the center, and effort was at the other end, isn't it? So this is load, this is fulcrum, and here the boy was putting with his hand the effort. So here what we are seeing, that fulcrum is in the center and load is at one side and effort is on another side. So this is one position, this we can tell it one. Now again if I change, if I say that here is effort, here is fulcrum and here is load, this is another one arrangement. Again if I say that load is in between, one side is force and one side is fulcrum and another one side is effort. Now depending on the place of these three elements, of these three factors, that is load, fulcrum and effort, lever can be divided into three different types. One is first class lever, second one is second class lever, and the third one is third class lever. Do you get my point? Means where the fulcrum is, or where the load is, or where the effort will be provided. Depending on that, we have seen that lever is having three different parts. They are load, fulcrum and effort. Now arrangement of these three, where it is and how it is placed, along with example, I will discuss in the next video. So depending on these factors, this chapter is a very little complicated for you, so you must read and understand. If you get any problem, please let me know. So these are the different parts of a lever, and depending on the position in the particular picture, what we have seen the stone is a load, that's a big one. The fulcrum is at the center and the effort is at the other end, where the boy is pushing the stone with the help of the rod. Now, depending on the position of these three objects, we can divide lever into three different parts: first class, second class and third class lever. Next day, we are going to start with the first class lever, where the first class lever example, which example I have discussed with the big boulder, with the small stone and the boy. That is the example. That means what? The fulcrum will be in the center, at a side load will be there, and another side effort will be there. That I will explain you in the next video. Go through the chapter slowly and minutely, so that if you get any problem, you can ask me and I can explain you twice or thrice maybe. Thank you.